We all live within boundaries. These invisible lines define the scope of our actions, our beliefs, and even our dreams. They are the edges of our understanding, the limits of what we perceive to be possible, often those of our own minds. The most formidable barriers are not physical, but psychological. They are the self-imposed restrictions that stem from fear, doubt, and ingrained patterns of thought. These mental constructs can be incredibly difficult to overcome, shaping our reality in subtle yet profound ways. What we know is like a single grain of sand on a vast beach. The sum of human knowledge is immense, constantly expanding, and our individual understanding represents only a tiny fraction of it. We must acknowledge the limitations of our personal experience and perspective. Our understanding is a small boat on a big ocean. Navigating the complexities of life requires us to acknowledge the vastness of the unknown. We are constantly tossed by currents of information and challenged by the immensity of the world around us. Recognizing this is the beginning of growth. The world is full of wonder and mystery, waiting to be explored and understood. Embracing the unknown is not a sign of weakness, but rather an invitation to learn and evolve. Far beyond what science or reason alone can explain, there are realms of experience that defy logical explanation, phenomena that hint at deeper truths beyond our current comprehension. Human reason is powerful, but it's not the only tool we have. Too often we build walls with our thoughts, constructing rigid frameworks that confine our thinking. Walls that feel safe but also limit us. These self-imposed prisons prevent us from exploring new ideas, embracing different perspectives, and reaching our full potential. What if those walls keep us from seeing something greater? Curiosity is the key to unlocking new vistas, to breaking down the barriers that hold us back. It is the engine of discovery, driving us to question, explore, and learn. Accepting our limits isn't weakness. It's the first step to transformation. Recognizing where we fall short allows us to seek knowledge, develop new skills, and ultimately become more complete versions of ourselves. There's a wisdom far greater than our own, a collective intelligence accumulated over generations. A light that can illuminate paths we never imagined. This guiding force can lead us to solutions we could never have conceived on our own. This acceptance opens the gateway to boundless possibilities. It's about being honest, open, and willing to challenge our own assumptions. And recognizing our view isn't the whole picture. We must acknowledge that others may possess insights and perspectives that we lack. When we accept this, we unlock the potential for real change. The journey begins with humility and wonder, with a willingness to learn and grow, and with an open heart and mind. Picture yourself walking in a dark forest, the air thick with mystery and the unknown. Each step is tentative, guided only by what little light you can muster. Your understanding is like a small lantern, casting a feeble glow, lighting only a few steps ahead. It's enough to keep you moving, but it hardly reveals the full scope of your surroundings. We often rely solely on what we can see, trusting our limited senses and intellect, thinking it's sufficient to navigate life's complexities. We assume that what's visible is all there is. But sometimes the lantern flickers, threatened by the winds of doubt and uncertainty, and the path vanishes into darkness, leaving you disoriented and vulnerable. We stumble, caught off guard by unseen obstacles. We get lost, wandering aimlessly, unsure of which direction to take. The forest seems to close in around us, amplifying our fears, and we long for more light, a beacon to guide us, a source of clarity to pierce through the shadows. We yearn for something beyond our limited perception. Now imagine a different path, one illuminated not by a fragile lantern, but by the radiant sun, revealing the whole forest in its breathtaking beauty and intricate detail. This is divine insight, a gift of understanding that transcends our human limitations. It's seeing with God's understanding, gaining a perspective that encompasses the past, present, and future, allowing us to make choices aligned with His perfect will. It's not about abandoning reason or dismissing logic, but about connecting our small lantern of human intellect to a greater light of divine wisdom. Decisions become clearer, guided by a higher purpose. Fear gives way to confidence, knowing that we are not alone, and a profound sense of peace grows within, rooted in unwavering faith. Living by God's wisdom transforms the journey from a daunting struggle into a meaningful adventure. We're guided by a loving companion who knows the way, offering comfort and strength in every step. Our perspective expands, revealing opportunities and possibilities we never imagined. And we walk with assurance, knowing that we are on the right path. Divine insight doesn't replace our minds. It enhances them, sharpening our discernment and deepening our understanding. We see dangers, potential pitfalls that might have otherwise remained hidden. And we see the beauty ahead, the promise of a brighter future. Not just what's right in front of us, but the grand tapestry of God's plan unfolding. This companionship, this connection to the divine changes everything, transforming our fears into faith and our doubts into unwavering trust. The journey becomes purposeful, filled with meaning and significance, not just survivable, but truly fulfilling. We're never truly alone on the path, for we are always accompanied by the unwavering presence of God. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. This reveals a vast difference in scale and depth. Our thoughts are shaped by limited experience, fear, and culture. We see only fragments, often through a cloudy lens. God's perspective is complete, unbound by time, ego, or fear. He sees the beginning and end, the connections in all creation. His wisdom understands the why behind every what. Embracing this truth is humbling and liberating. We don't have to carry the burden of knowing everything. Trusting in God's wisdom frees us from anxiety. We can rest in a knowledge beyond our own. This trust opens new possibilities for our lives. We're invited to live with greater faith and less worry. God's perspective is a source of peace and hope. We are part of a much larger, beautiful story. Seeking God's wisdom brings profound peace, like finding a river in a desert. It calms our anxious minds and anchors us in life's storms. Divine wisdom brings clarity, choices become clearer, and confusion fades. We receive insights we couldn't reach alone. God's guidance is a true compass, leading us safely forward. With His perspective, obstacles shrink and new solutions appear. Our limits are not God's limits. He makes a way where none seems possible. The greatest gift is a deeper sense of purpose. Our lives gain meaning as we see our part in a larger plan. We move with intention, guided by a loving hand. This purpose brings joy and fulfillment beyond earthly riches. We're no longer drifting, we're living with direction. God's wisdom transforms challenges into opportunities. It satisfies the deepest longings of our spirit. We become more resilient, hopeful, and alive. Divine wisdom is a treasure that changes everything. Many seek God in familiar places, buildings, texts, philosophies. These are helpful, but God isn't confined to any one system. His presence fills the universe and dwells within our hearts. Circumstances don't define God's nearness. He is constant and faithful. To truly experience God, we must open our hearts and look beyond our expectations. We find Him in quiet moments in nature, in kindness, in peace during prayer. God speaks in whispers as often as thunder. Listening with our spirit opens new channels of connection. It's about cultivating a personal, intimate relationship, inviting God into daily life. We talk to Him as a friend, share our hopes, and listen for His response. Consistent openness reveals His handiwork everywhere. God's wisdom becomes a living reality, not just theory. This connection transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Our lives become sacred, nourished by divine presence. This is the heart of a vibrant spiritual life. Inviting God's understanding brings deep transformation. It's not just new knowledge, but a shift at our core. God lays a new foundation, truth, love, and faith. This foundation changes how we see everything. Our priorities shift, worldly ambitions fade, kindness and connection grow. We see ourselves and others with more compassion and less judgment. Our values realign with what truly matters: love, forgiveness, service, growth. We become more authentic, whole, and true to ourselves. Our actions flow from renewed values, building bridges, not walls. This change is gradual, a journey of becoming more like Christ. We grow more loving, patient, and generous. Negativity loses its grip. We respond with grace. Transformation is a process guided by divine wisdom. We become the best version of ourselves. This is the path to lasting fulfillment. Imagine waking each day with renewed hope. God's wisdom brings a new dawn, dispelling fear and doubt. We move from surviving to thriving, filled with quiet confidence. Challenges still come, but our response is transformed. We face them with God's presence and wisdom as our anchor. Trust becomes our stability in turbulent times. Relationships deepen. Love, forgiveness, and empathy grow. Old conflicts heal. New connections form, and peace fills our homes. Love becomes our natural language, healing and uniting. Life isn't free from problems, but we rise above them with God's perspective. Joy is found not in the absence of trials, but in God's presence through them. This is true freedom, living beyond self-imposed limits. Our lives become purposeful, peaceful, and deeply connected. This is the abundant life God desires for us all. It's available to anyone willing to receive it. Let's turn our hearts to the source of all wisdom. We come with humility, seeking guidance beyond our own. Our understanding is limited. We long for God's light. O Divine Creator, thank you for the gift of life and mind. Open the eyes of our hearts to see as you see. Grant us your wisdom, higher than our own. Quiet the noise around and within us so we can hear your voice. Guide our thoughts, words, and actions to reflect your love. Fill us with your spirit to discern truth and step out in faith. Transform us from the inside out, renewing our spirits. May your understanding light our path each day. Lead us, teach us, and mold us into vessels of your peace. May our lives testify to your goodness and love. Amen. We offer this prayer in hope and sincerity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. A journey dedicated to exploring the depths of hope and the boundless realms of wisdom. I am truly grateful to share this time with you as we delve into concepts that can reshape our perspectives and enrich our lives. My own path has been one of continuous seeking, a quest to understand the profound mysteries of life. Along the way, I've found immense comfort and unwavering support in a wisdom that transcends my own limited understanding, a divine intelligence that guides and sustains us all. It is my sincere hope that these words, these reflections on faith and purpose, have sparked new thoughts, kindled fresh desires, and ignited a flame of curiosity within you. May they encourage you to explore your own spiritual depths and discover the unique path that awaits you. God's understanding, that infinite source of knowledge and compassion, is a gift freely offered to everyone, boundless, without limits or restrictions, extending to every corner of creation, inclusive, embracing all people, regardless of background, belief, or circumstance, and transformative, capable of reshaping our lives, renewing our spirits, and leading us towards our highest potential. If this message, this exploration of faith and love, has resonated with you, if it has touched your heart in some way, I encourage you to share it with others. Let's work together to spread the good news of God's boundless love and infinite wisdom, creating a ripple effect of positivity and hope throughout the world. Jesus, in his teachings and his life, showed us the way to the Father, illuminating the path toward divine connection. He demonstrated how to live by divine understanding, embodying compassion, forgiveness, and unwavering love in every action. His teachings call us to love one another deeply, to extend kindness and empathy to all those we encounter on our journey. This message, this simple yet profound call to love, has the power to change the world, one heart at a time, transforming lives and communities. United in purpose, bound together by our shared humanity, we can be powerful sources of light and unwavering encouragement for one another. May God's infinite wisdom guide you, protect you, and bless you in every moment of each and every day, illuminating your path and filling your heart with peace. Go now in peace, with your heart filled with His divine Spirit, and share the boundless love that you have so generously received, extending it to all those around you. The world, in its current state of turmoil and uncertainty, needs this message of hope, this beacon of light, now more than ever before. Be a bearer of light, a messenger of divine love, a testament to the transformative power of faith and compassion. Remember that your journey, your unique experiences and perspectives can inspire countless others to embark on their own paths of discovery and purpose.